What is the deal, YouTube? What is the deal, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Oh man, what a game. What a game, what a game. What a fucking game. All right, first of all, this is just off the top of my head. I will be going further into the game as we go into Dolphin fan voices. Make sure that you tune in on Wednesday. Probably gonna have to start it a little bit earlier because I have to actually work on Wednesday night. So we'll probably start it just a little bit earlier, maybe at like 6 or 5 or so, somewhere up in there. Probably start it just a little bit earlier, just so I can actually not have to rush to do the show on that day. But anyway, huge, huge, huge win for the Dolphins. They had a lot of us scared like shit. Jay Cutler ends up going down. Laramie Tunsil went down in this game. Mike Pouncey was out for a bit. Defense did not play particularly well. They gave up 28 points in this Jet game. Let's break down these stats though. We'll go stat line by stat line real quick. Final score in this game ends up being 31-28. I had the score. If you watched the podcast yesterday, I had the game. I had it 24-21. That was the score that I thought was going to be. But yeah, Jets came out hot, 14 points in the first quarter of the game. They had 21 points at halftime. It was 21-14. And then that third quarter, the Jets able to score once again, making it 28-14. And from that point forward, in that fourth quarter, that's when the Dolphins' offense picked up, particularly the wide receivers and the tight ends. I got to give Fasano and Thomas some big props in that comeback as well. Landry picking up huge first downs. Kenny Stills coming away with 2 touchdowns and drawing pass interferences all over the place. Anthony Fasano catching a touchdown and another nice pass, and I think that was either the third or the fourth quarter. Bobby McCain coming up with a huge pick in the fourth quarter that gave us the field position to kick that field goal and go ahead and take that lead in the game. Man, I know I'm all over the place, but like I said, I'm not. I don't have anything written down or anything like that going off the top of my head as far as what I remember from this game. But what a turn of events. I mean, in the third quarter, I think every single Dolphin fan was probably, had their head in their hands, looking at what was going on. And the starting quarterback goes down. Matt Moore again able to come in there, just like he did last season. He came out threw a stupid pick at first. I've seen a lot of Dolphin fans get pissed at that as well. And then Matt Moore coming back and just playing lights out football, man. What a great game. And if you remember my Facebook post, or if you remember on the what I said on the podcast, I said I didn't think Jay Ajayi would have a great game. I didn't. I don't think Jay Ajayi is gonna have a great game, but don't stop running it with him. That's exactly what I said in the podcast. Is don't stop running it. Continue to give him the ball. Continuing to let him have his touches. And I'm trying to find the audio here because I'll play it word for word exactly what I said on the podcast yesterday. Oh my God. Look at this crap, man. Sometimes I fucking hate YouTube, man. YouTube be doing some stupid shit. You put like if you put any type of words Like, I put ugly in my title yesterday and they demonetized my fucking video. Like, just retarded shit, man. Shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. But if you listen to the back half of the video on yesterday, get this retarded shit they do.
Dolphins will be the next time we'll come back and talk to you guys. That is going to be on Wednesday.
I'll play it real
The
quick.
first round fucking pick. Yep. On the field and the play act. I think the game is going to be close, even though it's going to be in Hard Rock. I would love to say that I think Jai is going to get it off, but I think this will be another game where he's not going to have a very good game. And I'm going to go with a close score. I'll go with 24-21 Dolphins. I think we win by a field goal. Simply because I think Jai is going to have not a great game. I think once we start, and that's another problem that I think Casey needs to get away from. Even if Jai is not having the greatest game and we're down by a few points, I feel like we still need to go into. Now he showed that in the last game. The last game.
Anyway, that was on the back end of the Dolphin podcast yesterday. I predicted it 24-21. Ends up being it still ends up being a field goal, 31-28. A few more points scored by the Dolphins than I predicted. Jai did not have a great game, but we were able to have some resemblance of balance because he did end up running the ball 23 times. You don't take him completely out of the game plan, even when you're down. And I think that's very, very important. He doesn't have to run for 100 yards a game to be effective. He does not. Just the fear of us not going completely away from Jay Ajayi sometimes is enough. It's enough. Just allow him to get some touches. You know what I mean? So I thought that was huge in this game. Defense got exposed though. And that's scary going into this stretch that we're about to go into. This next game is the Ravens. They always seem to play us tough as fuck. Last year, Joe Flacco lit the fuck up out of the middle of our field. So there's some things to work on. There's some busted coverages to work on. You saw that with Tankersley and Jones. Not really sure which one of those guys was at fault. Tankersley was beat badly twice in that first half of the football game. So that's something that definitely needs to be cured. I don't know which one of those guys was at fault. One person was saying one thing, next person was saying another thing. I don't know exactly how that was supposed to be. One person was saying that Tankersley was supposed to cover on the inside of the field. Since Jones jumped to the outside, I don't know. But we'll see what Gase normally. Gase is pretty fucking blunt. He'll tell you exactly who fucked up. He'll be like, "Yep, it was that guy." So can't wait to see what he says on that. But yeah, man, huge fucking game. And once again, guess what? I want you to look at this shit. Guess who's leading us in points once again? Guess who's putting up? Who's the guy who's leading us in touchdowns again? Guess who that guy is? You guessed it. If you guessed Kenny Stills, you're fucking right again. Continue showing that last year wasn't a fucking bust. Or last year wasn't a fluke. He's on track to do it again. He's on track to have another double-digit touchdown season. And you just do not allow guys who are able to put up double-digit touchdowns to go anywhere. You hold on to those guys. Just giving Buster Screen all types of hell. Causing pass interferences, going up making bobble catches. Even though I thought he should have caught that ball at the top, wasn't able to do it, but was able to come down with it. Just an absolutely great catch. Jarvis Landry playing his part as well, getting his touchdown. I feel like he's about to have his biggest season as well. And the odd man out now is looking more and more like Devontae Parker. He's looking like the odd man out. If Jarvis Landry gets to 10 touchdowns or even 8, if he gets to 8, between 8 and 10 touchdowns this season, there's no way in hell you let him go. You go ahead and you pay him. If it's $10 million because of all the other things that he does, including blocking, he's a good blocker, good in the open field. You go ahead and do it. He's your reception leader. He's been setting records as far as receptions. If he's able to add that fucking 8 to 10 touchdowns to that, he becomes a top 10 wide receiver. It's that simple. At 8 touchdowns, 8 to 10 touchdowns for Jarvis Landry, he's in the conversation now. And you pay him. You have to. You don't let a top 10 wide receiver go anywhere. So, wow. Great game from the Phins. Well, let me not say great game because it could have been much better. The defense definitely dropped the ball. There were points where the offensive line didn't play absolutely great. But, I thought they played better when Matt Moore came into the game. Or maybe it was just a simple fact that the Jets D line got tired. That might be what it was. Because a lot of times you'll see these guys, especially, I mean, you saw that case in the Super Bowl. Whereas those guys will come, they put like a bat out of hell in that first it's like a bat out of hell in that first half, and then in the second half they start to wear down. I was gonna make that point on Facebook when people were talking about the center being swapped out. I don't know what to really put that on. I don't know if it was Jake Brindle that played great, or it was the fact that that guy in the middle of the Falcons defensive line, he shows that he can wear down. He can play a great game in the first half and play absolutely shitty in the second half because he wears down. You saw that in the Patriots. Who's going to start next week at QB? That is a very interesting question. You have Matt Moore, who played great. You have Jay Cutler, who wasn't having a terrible game. But I just feel like this team got way more energized when when Matt Moore came in the game. I thought Matt Moore's ball placement was much better than Jay Cutler's. I did. So we shall see. Matt Moore did the exact same shit as Cutler did before he went down. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So can y'all stop saying more? We have to get the Ravens' ass again at some point. We have to beat these Ravens, man. The last time we beat the Ravens, they had Matt Castle at quarterback. And we still barely won that fucking game. So we have got to beat these fucking Ravens. We beat these Ravens, we go to 5-2, and the season starts looking completely different. But it starts with that Raven game. As of right now, to me, on what I predicted this season ago, we've won one game that I thought we would lose, and we've lost one game that I thought we would win. We beat the Falcons. I thought we were gonna take an L on that Falcon game, and I thought we beat the Jets in that first game. So it's a wash for me right now, right? So here we go. Here we go. 4-2. Now we got like a quarterback dilemma. If I'm Gase, I don't know how you sit Matt Moore back down after he leads us back, but we shall see. He better. I tell you what, though. I tell you what. Adam Gase better not sit Matt Moore down, right? And then have Jay Cutler come out there and play like shit. If he does that, he's going to be up under all types of scrutiny. He will never hear the end of that shit. If he sits Matt Moore down and Cutler comes out and plays like crap versus a very good Raven defense, the scrutiny will be in his face. He will never hear the end of that shit. So, folks, make sure you join me Wednesday, 6 o'clock, Dolphin Fan Voices. We will be in the building talking Dolphins versus Jets and Dolphin versus Ravens. We will go more in depth as to what we saw. We'll be breaking down film. I got a lot to look at, and we shall see, man. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. The Twitter handle is @Casuwell, @KASUWELL. That's the Twitter handle. @Casuwell once again, @KASUWELL. Huge win for the Dolphins. Our receivers, man, lighten it the fuck up without Devontae Parker. He's the odd man out right now, I'm telling you. He's the fucking odd man out. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace. Hard hitting sports!